I'm Emily from Riveted by Simon-Teen. Thank you so much for joining us today. Since we're watching Comic-Con from our couches again this year, we have some exciting book recommendations for you from Simon & Schuster's Children's Publishing.
Hi everyone, I'm Cassandra, Assistant Marketing Manager at Simon & Schuster Children's Publishing. And one of the books I'm super excited about is Beautiful Me by Nabela Noor, illustrated by Nadia Almadi. Some of you might be familiar with Nabela, but if you aren't, she's like a popular content creator, designer, influencer, and self-love advocate. So the main character in her debut picture book is Zubi. She's a young Bangladeshi girl who's so excited for her first day of school. She starts to overhear people in her family being critical of their appearances. And she starts to internalize that. And her family has to step in and remind her that she's beautiful as she is. And I have to be honest with you, when I first read it, I got a little emotional. So I just think it's such a beautiful picture book. The artwork is amazing. And it's a wonderful tool for parents to use and have sort of like, just to approach a difficult conversation and just remind their kids that they're beautiful as they are.
Hi everybody, I'm Lauren from Publicity. For fans of exploding kittens, we have the perfect picture book for you. Fluffy McWhisker's Cuteness Explosion. Friendship is hard for Fluffy, a kitten so precious that anyone who looks at her explodes into balls of sparkles and fireworks. Find out if there is any hope for Fluffy in this funny and heartwarming story about self-acceptance and finding friendship in the most unlikely places.
Hi everyone, I'm Lisa and I'm a marketing manager at Simon & Schuster Children's Publishing, and I am thrilled to introduce the exciting launch of our brand new Level Readers program, Ready to Read Graphics. These are leveled books designed to look like traditional graphic novels with panels, speech bubbles, and sequential storytelling, but tailored for kids ages 5 and up who are just beginning their reading journey. We're blasting off with 3 brand new and hilariously fun series, including Thunder and Cluck, where we meet 2 dinosaurs, Thunder and Cluck, who are total opposites in every way, shape, and form. But these 2 dinosaurs with larger-than-life personalities become unlikely friends in the first book of the series, Friends Do Not Eat Friends. Our Level 2 ready-to-read graphic series, Nugget and Dog, is about a hot dog and chicken nugget who are best friends. In All Ketchup, No Mustard, the first book in this hilarious series, the 2 BFFs must band together to save their town of Gastropolis from Dijon Mustard, a spicy mustard packet who tries to make everyone in their town as grumpy as he is. Nugget and Dog take up the mantle as kindness crusaders and work to fight back against Dijon Mustard with kindness and empathy. We meet a spunky Taiwanese American girl named Geraldine Pooh in our Level 3 ready-to-read graphic series of the same name. In Geraldine Pooh and Her Lunchbox 2, Geraldine takes on a school bully who makes fun of the stinky tofu her beloved grandmother has packed in her lunchbox. Geraldine is funny and kind, and readers will surely feel like they found a friend in her. I'm super excited for aspiring graphic novel readers to get their hands on ready-to-read graphics books, which are launching into retailers on June 29th.
Hi, I'm Nadia from Digital Marketing. You may recognize the name Stefan Pastis from his award-winning Pearls Before Swine comics, or from his hysterical New York Times best-selling Timmy Failure series. With his new graphic novel series Troubletown, Pastis blends his irreverent humor and wit with full-color art to tell the story of a wacky town and the young girl and caffeine-hyped squirrel who stir up trouble. The first book in the series, Squirrel Do Bad, is perfect for fans of Dogman and Hilo. This fun, wacky book is on sale on August 31st, and we are doing an art giveaway on rivetedlit.com, so definitely check that out.
Hi, I'm Devin from the marketing team, and your next favorite graphic novel series is here. Meet Barb, the Last Berserker. In a land of snot goblins, vampire goat fiends, mergoblins, and bear beasts, the fearless berserkers sworn to protect humankind have met their most formidable foe yet, the nefarious Witch Head. When the berserkers walk straight into his super foreboding fortress with the promise of finding a legendary sword, even though they super don't trust him, only Barb manages to escape. Now, for her first totally rad and noble quest, it's up to her and her best friend Porkchop the Yeti to spring the other Zerks from Witchhead's creepy clutches and try not to get themselves into too much trouble along the way. With its effortlessly weird sense of humor and heart and characters that leap off the page, we know kids will be rereading this first installment obsessively until they can get their hands on book 2. You can enter for a chance to win an advanced reader copy of this one on riveted.com right now too.
My second book recommendation is Long Distance by Whitney Gardner. It's her second middle grade graphic novel. And the main character is Vega, and she has to move from Portland to Seattle. She is not happy about it. She has to leave her best friend. She has to start over, and her parents think it would be a great idea to send her to summer camp. While she's there, her cell phone stops working, and as we all know, that can cause a little bit of panic. But then things start to get kind of stranger and stranger at camp, and then she has to enlist the help of her new friends to kind of figure out what's going on. The artwork is great, and I love Whitney. Definitely pick this one up.
For Moth Hush, it's tough to be a normal girl, but she can certainly be an okay witch. Sabrina the Teenage Witch meets Roller Girl in these hilarious graphic novels about a half-witch who has just discovered the magical and haunting truth about herself, her family, and her town. In The Okay Witch and the Hungry Shadow, the second book in this magical series, Moth Hush struggles to balance her newfound witch heritage with her rough school life, which only gets worse when her mom starts dating one of the dorkiest teachers in the school. But then Moth gets a hold of a mysterious charm that gives her the power to unleash a more confident, more cool, and popular version of herself. What could possibly go wrong? Spoiler a lot. The one-of-a-kind graphic novel, The Okay Witch, and its sequel, The Okay Witch and the Hungry Shadow, are both available now.
All right, so the third book that I'm super excited about, and you have no idea how excited, I'm super excited about it, is from #1 New York Times bestselling author Jason Reynolds. And if you haven't read anything by him yet, definitely do yourself a favor and pick one of his books up. There's a reason why he does so well. And it's also illustrated by Raoul III. And the main character is Portico Reeves. And he's the greatest young superhero you've never heard of. His superpower is making sure that all the other superheroes in his life, like his parents and his best friends, stay super. And nobody knows that he's actually Stuntboy. Jason Reynolds is so funny. The artwork is just so great. And in like Jason's signature style, he approaches like really difficult topics like divorce in a way that's super relatable and from the perspective of a child. And Jason is just so great at really kind of bringing you into that moment. And it's just so relatable. Definitely, you're going to want to pick this one up. And I really think this is going to be a big hit.
Are you ready for a top secret mission? Stuart Gibbs is back with a new case to crack in his best-selling spy school series. Undercover nerd turned super spy Ben Ripley was hoping his life might go back to almost normal after defeating the evil organization Spider, but a new crew of villains have cropped up in their place in the form of the mysterious Croatoan, and the CIA have reason to believe they've just boarded the world's biggest cruise ship, which means Ben is headed straight for an epic face-off on the high seas. Every spy school book is jam-packed with nonstop action and hilarious hijinks, making it the perfect laugh-out-loud read for kids who love to sleuth. And with 9 books in the series, once they accept their invitation to the CIA's Academy of Espionage and solve their first mystery, there are 8 more missions to reach for.
Gail Forman is the best-selling author of several young adult novels, and Frankie and Bug is her first foray into middle grade, and she truly knocks it out of the park. It's Venice in the summer of 1987, and 10-year-old Bug is learning the hard way that, as her mom always says, life isn't always fair. Her older brother is growing up and drifting away from her. Bug is expected to spend the summer not at the beach with him like always. But then her neighbor's nephew, Frankie, comes to town, and through their growing friendship and the unexpected ebbs and flows of summer, Bug begins to learn that life isn't always fair, but it's up to you to make it just. This beautiful story is on sale on October 12th.
How do you figure out who you are without the thing that defined you? In her Cybert-winning graphic memoir, To Dance, Sienna Cherson-Siegel told the story of how she fell in love with dance. In Tiny Dancer, she tells the heartbreaking story of what happened when she fell out of love with dance. After suffering an injury, she never regained her full strength or grace and fell behind her classmates. But worse than that, the spark she used to feel while standing at the bar flickered out. As her dreams dimmed, she struggled to make sense of what her life would look like if she didn't pursue the passion she poured so much of herself into. Award-winning illustrator Mark Siegel captures her journey in striking spreads full of music, movement, and overwhelming emotion. And young people wrestling with the pressures of mapping their futures are sure to find comfort in this poignant and relatable look at looking past a fixed vision of making it, measuring success, and the twists and turns that take us all down unexpected paths. You can enter for a chance to win an ARC of this one on rivetedlit.com now too.
Are you looking for some spooky fun? Check out The Dire Days of Willowweep Manor by Shannon K. Garrity, illustrated by Christopher Baldwin. One dark and stormy night, Haley sees a stranger drowning in the river. Since her greatest passion is Gothic romance novels, she knows her moment has come. But when Haley leaps into the water to rescue the stranger, she awakens in Willowweep. It certainly looks like the setting of one of her favorite books. A stately manor, a sinister housekeeper, 3 brooding brothers, there's even a ghost. Except Willowweep is not what it seems. This zany graphic novel has it all. New universes, an all-consuming evil force, a quest that only a plucky heroine can accomplish, and many twists, turns, and laughs along the way. This book is on sale now.
Do you want the perfect summer read? The Lucky List is it. From the co-author of 5 Feet Apart, yes, that movie with Cole Sprouse, and All This Time, 2 books that made me sob my eyes out, comes a new book that has put my broken heart back together again. In the Lucky List, it's the summer before Emily's senior year of high school. She's just broken up with her boyfriend, their mutual friends aren't speaking to her, her best friend is away at summer camp, and her dad is selling the house she grew up in. It's not looking good. But then Emily finds the list, her mom's senior year summer bucket list. Nothing has felt right since her mom passed away 3 years ago. But then Emily finds the list, and Blake, the swoony new girl in town, challenges her to complete the list. Together, they discover the best summer ever, and maybe also love. This book is swoony and adorable. You're going to consume it in one sitting, preferably at a picnic or on the beach. The good news for you is that the Lucky List is out now.
The year is 1927, and Shanghai is under siege in this heart-stopping sequel to These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. Our Violent Ends, the second and last book, Romeo and Juliet retelling, picks up where we last left our star-crossed lovers, Roma Montagov and Juliet Tsai. The 2 teens are on a warpath to secure Shanghai and their families' names, but the city is unstable and teeters on the edge of revolution. When a new danger emerges in Shanghai and threatens to take everyone with it, Roma and Juliet must reconcile their past in order to save their city's future. But combating monsters and politics is not nearly as difficult as protecting their hearts from each other. Our Violent Ends takes the heart-pounding action, lush atmosphere, fantastical setting, and searing romance from the first book and ramps it up tenfold. Fans of These Violent Delights will not be disappointed, and I'm so excited for you all to get your hands on this amazing sequel on November 16th.
Okay, don't tell the other books, but Vespertine is my favorite book of this fall. I love Margaret Rogerson, and her books are beautiful. You may know her from An Enchantment of Ravens, or one of my all-time favorites, A Sorcery of Thorns. And this new book is even bigger and a better fantasy. And it's the start of a series, so you're going to get even more. In Vespertine, the dead don't rest. Unless their bodies are cleansed so their souls can pass on, they rise up as spirits who want to destroy the living. Artemisia is a nun trained for these cleansings, but when her convent is attacked by possessed soldiers, she defends it by awakening an ancient spirit. Only Vespertines are trained to wield that kind of power, but with evil licking at her heels, Artemisia must form an uneasy truce with the spirit called a revenant. And together they journey to the capital and unravel a sinister mystery of saints, secrets, and dark magic. Artemisia is the prickly, introverted heroine of my heart, and her growing bond with the Revenant, who is not just her country's sworn evil enemy, but also this very sassy, secretly concerned voice inside of her head and fraught ally, is just the absolute best. Plus, there's this very attractive villain, a delightful cast of friends who keep surprising Artemisia, and so many evil spirits that need destroying. If you want a sweeping fantasy this fall, this is it. You can enter to win an ARC of this book right now at rivetedlit.com and put it on your calendar. It comes out on my birthday, September 28th. What a gift.
In Bones of Ruin, an African tightrope walker who can't die gets embroiled in a secret society's deadly gladiator tournament in this thrilling historical fantasy set in an 1880s London. This book is perfect for fans of The Last Magician and Game of Thrones. Don't forget to add this to your TBR list.
If you haven't read the beautiful, wonderful, lyrical Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe yet, you absolutely should. And then you should pick up this long-awaited sequel, which is 9 years in the making. In the first book, Ari and Dante fall in love. In the second book, Aristotle and Dante dive into the waters of the world. They must discover what it means to stay in love. Both boys really come out of their shells and into their own in this book, journeying together as they build a relationship in a world that challenges their very existence. Fans are clamoring for this return to the beloved world of Ari and Dante, but I warn you now to come with a box of tissues because this book will make you cry. You can enter to win an ARC of the book now at rivetedlit.com, and it comes out October 12th.
From the team that brought you the New York Times bestselling Dry comes a riveting new thriller that explores the opioid crisis in Roxy by Neil Schusterman and Jared Schusterman. Perfect for fans of American Gods and Euphoria. Eager to jump in? Don't forget to enter to win an advanced copy at rivetedlit.com.
Thank you everyone for coming. Be sure to visit rivetedlit.com for the full book list and to enter all the ARC giveaways.